Everyone, welcome back. This is Manikandan. I hope all are doing good. So in this video we are going to discuss about Nessus installation and its plugins activation along with its product key activation. At the end we are going to do vulnerability assessment for our target IP. So for testing purpose I have created one parrot OS where we can do some scanning using Nessus tool. This is how we are going to cover or we are going to discuss in this video. So in order to install Nessus, first we need to download the file. So this is the URL where we can get the Nessus file. So I'm going to share the Nessus download URL and product key activation URL both in the description window. You can get those URL in the description box. So here I'm running Windows 7 OS. So I'm going to download latest Nessus version. The Nessus version is 10.4.1 and you can see this is the Windows platform. So here you can select the download button and it will be prompted to give a license agreement. So I do agree this license box. It will take some times to download the file. So in the meantime you can see this is my Hyper-V manager where I have created two different OS. One is for Parrot OS where we can do some penetrant testing work, and we have a Windows 10 OS. It is a traditional operating system. So for testing purpose I'm going to open Parrot OS. So in order to do the scanning process, first we need to understand what is the IP for this Kali instance. I mean to say Parrot OS. So 172.28.216.77, that is my local Parrot OS IP address. So in order to do the scanning, first we need to verify whether we have a connectivity from our Nessus console to this Parrot OS. How we can verify this connectivity? Simply we can do the ping command, which will help us to verify the connectivity from our local system to Parrot OS, which is running inside Hyper-V manager. So 172.28.216.77, that is my IP address. Here you can see unfortunately I'm not able to reach out this IP address. So what I will do, I'm going to restart this instance once again. Just a second. I'm going to close this window and power button, click and restart the OS. Probably it will take some times. You can ask one question, why we are restarting this window? Because previously I think it was in a saved mode. So whenever I used to put the saved mode for the particular instance, then it won't give that establish a connectivity from our local system to Parrot OS. So that's why that's why I have restarted this OS. So I have to enter right password. Let me verify the IP address. So what is my IP? 172.18. Let me verify the connectivity. Ping 172.18.7.61. Yes, now we are able to reach out the target IP. Better, sounds good. Let me come back to the Chrome browser. Here you can see we have downloaded the file. So I'm going to install this file. It is a traditional installation work. We don't need to do that much stuff in order to install. It's very traditional way. Just click the next button and it will ask we have to select I accept these terms, click next, click install, and it will take some times to complete this process. In the meantime I'm going to come back to the product community platform where we can get the product key. And in product Nessus product, in default they are giving feature like this. In your organization you can buy one license which is for Nessus, but if you want to have a 5 to 6 instance in your organization, what you can do, you can install that product key for a first system. Once you completed the Nessus activity, or once you completed each and every activity or configuration changes for the particular instance, what you can do, you have to come back and reset the product key, and you have to generate the product key once again which we can use for the second instance. So this is how we can install product key in multiple system. But whenever you are going to install any product key in any instance, before that you have to make sure whether you have reset that particular product key, since if it is assigned to any other system, then you can't do the plugins update and it won't work that much level what we are expecting. So please make sure to reset the product key. Here I have a professional license, so what I will do now, I'm going to reset the product key because I'm not sure wherever I have installed this product key, so better I'm going to reset. Here you can see we have got a prompted that product is reset. So I have reset the product and I have installed the Nessus, and here you can see we have to select connect via SSL. So whenever you have completed the Nessus, first it will ask what is the flavor that you want to use. Here I am having the professional, so I don't want to use any Nessus professional. Basically they are giving 7 days trial period. If you want to utilize Nessus feature, or if you want to understand Nessus feature, you can go and utilize the trial period. But I don't want to use Nessus professional trial period since I have a Nessus professional edition. So what I will do, I'm going to select Nessus professional edition, click Nessus professional and click continue. It will ask the product key. Here you can see what I will do, I don't want to do any offline method. So offline means something different way. Okay, we don't want to do the offline method. Better I can go for the online method since I have a product key. Here you can see I'm going to copy this activation code. Just click the copy code and we have copied the code and come back and paste it on the activation code. So I have copied the activation code and continue. It will verify, and whenever you have completed the installation work, first time it will ask to create the user. So I am going to create the user that is called Nessus, and Nessus, that is a user ID password. Here you can see I am going to enter Nessus, which means it is a creation of the user. So I have created the user. Now I have a user ID password Nessus. So setup is completed. Here you can see now the downloading plugins started, which means we have entered the appropriate product key. Because of that we are able to download the plugins. So probably it will take minimum 20 to 30 minutes to complete the plugins update work. So here you can see now the time is now 5:43. I'm going to pause this video. I will come back once it is completed because I don't want to waste your valuable time. So let me pause this video. I will come back once it is completed. Okay. Yes, here you can see we have completed Nessus installation work. So we are good to go. I mean to say we are good to go for the scanning process. So in order to verify the plugin status, you can click the Nessus console page. Here you can see first of all I want to tell something about the settings, but it will take a lot of time. We can discuss this kind of stuff in another video, because the purpose of this video to understand the Nessus installation work and how do we can do the scanning. That is the primary objective of this video. So I don't want to waste your time. So here you can see if we go and click settings, I think somewhere we can see plugins update status. Here you can see, yeah, so this is the settings. Here you can see that license expiration date. Here we have a license up to April 28 and 23, and here this is the activation code and plugins update, but I'm not sure whether it is giving a not applicable, but already updated. For better, let me log out from this session and log in once again to verify the plugins update. So Nessus, that is a user ID password which we created while installing the Nessus. So I'm going to enter Nessus. Oh, it is taking lots of time. Yeah, so we are in the system getting, it should come I think today, because just only we completed the Nessus plugins. I'm not sure why it is giving not applicable, or else we can confirm in another way. You can come back and click this one, a new scan, create a new scan. Okay, I think okay, I got it. What is the issue? Okay, plugins. Nessus. Plugin update, save. This is a software update settings. So today here you can see last checked available version today 5 p.m. Okay, click update and encryption. You don't want to do any encryption. And overview part, it will give some details. Here you can see last update. Actually previously it was on Edge browser, so now I have logged into the Google Chrome, but that was not a actual reason, but I'm not sure. Probably it will take some time to give the status of the last update. Here you can see today, see it is kind of different time zone, because of that it is giving 5 hours, I think 5 to 4 hours behind, something like that. Okay, so come back to scanning option. Here we can do the new scan. Basically Nessus giving lots of option, based on your real-time scenario. You can select which one you want to do the scanning. Okay, so here I'm going to do the traditional infrastructure scanning. So in order to do that one, what I will do, first I need to verify the IP address of the target system. So here you can see, as I said, the 172.18.7.61 is my local system. This is a instance which I'm considering as a target IP, since I don't have any vulnerable instance. I'm not sure what are the vulnerabilities that are present in this Barrett OS, because it is a pen test VM where we can have lots of pen test tool, and we can do the pen test using this Kali instance. But I'm not sure what are the vulnerabilities that are going to present this Kali instance. Just for the understanding, I'm going to use this instance. So 172.18.7.61 is my target IP. So as I said, that user is Nessus. So I'm going to enter Nessus. It will take some time. Yes, so once we are into system, here you can see, as I said, there are so many models that are available in Nessus. For example, just to consider in real time in your infrastructure, if you want to do the scanning, 1000 to 2000 system, that time you are not aware what are the resource or what are the system that are up and running. So in that scenario, usually you can go and select the host discovery. So in this module, this is the module which will help us to find out the live host which are available in our organization. So basically /24 /23 22 you are aware. So 256 5 2024, there are depends on the subnet mask that host value will vary. So in order to confirm the up and running host, you can select the host module, host discovery module, which will help us to find out the running system in our organization, I would say particular subnet. So here I'm going to select the advanced scan, which will help us to find out the IP address. So what I will do, I'm going to give the name as first scan, something like that, first scan. Since we are doing that, this is the first scan. Description, it's up to you, whatever details you want to give, you can give it. Just for your reference, I'm going to give it Barrett OS. And then here we need to give IP address. So what is IP address? Actually it is we are not able to copy the hyperview IPs into local system, so manually I'm going to type 172 dot 18.7.61. So since we verified the connectivity from Nessus to target IP, so we are able to reach. So I'm going to give the basic IP address details. Then schedule, if you want to do the schedule scan, you can do the schedule, you can enable it, and you can select the frequency when you want to do the scanning. But I don't want to do any no schedule scan, so better I'm going to turn off this one notification. So to whom you want to intimate that you know the scanning process are up and running. You don't want to intimate means you don't need to select this option. If you want, you can select this option. Then comes to discovery. See, since we are pretty much sure that host is up and running, so if you are not aware the host connectivity, that time you can select this option that ping the remote host, or else you don't need to select this option, because it will send more requests to verify the target connectivity. So I don't want to do this mistake. Simply I'm going to turn off this option. Okay. Then comes to port scanning. If you want to limit the port scanning, you can check the box, and you can customize the port. Basically these check marks will consider say unscanned port as a close, which means if you want to customize the port, you can mention here, or else you don't want to mention any port, just to keep it as it is default. It will try to verify the connectivity status for port number 1265535. So I want to do scanning for all those ports, so I don't want to do any customization, so I'm going to keep it as it is. And service discovery, so here you can also keep it as it is. We don't want to do anything on that part. And basically if you select this option, Nestle will try to give accurate report. Basically it will try to give accurate report, but if you are giving this, it will give more insight on the finding. So always select this option and report. And so missing patch that have been superseded. So like if you want to, you can keep it this option. If you don't want to, you can uncheck this option. Basically the purpose of this checkbox, in Windows, one part, like they used to give patch for January month. Again they will release the different patch for February month. But if they are releasing some patches, just to consider they are releasing some patches in January month. Okay. But that is the superseded patches for January month. But unfortunately, if you not installed the previous patch on January month, those those patch details will give this option. Okay. So missing patch that have been superseded. Okay. So you don't want to select that previous patch which has just considers a superseded, so because we don't want to have a previous one. So just uncheck this pass and advanced, and everything, keep it as it is. And when you are going to do the scanning for the infrastructure, you can select this option, stop scanning host that become unresponsive during the scan. It will ensure that a host it won't trigger more alerts on the particular target IP. It will make sure to host up and running. So please try to select this option and save it. Now successfully we have configured all the settings. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the scanning option. So click the first scan and select the launch button. It will take some time to find the vulnerability. As I said, I'm not sure what are the vulnerabilities that are present in the particular system, because since I'm not running any application on top of this instance, and we don't have that much service that are running on top of this instance. So probably I'm pretty much sure it won't find that much vulnerability. But just for the understanding purpose, I'm doing the scanning via Nessus. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Basically let me recall what we discussed so far. So this is the download package, download platform where we can get the Nessus. So always please make sure to have a Nessus latest version in your system. And once you have installed the Nessus, if you don't have a professional edition, then you can go for the trial period. I think they will give it 7 days trial period, which will help us to do the scanning. But fortunately, if you have a professional edition, please make sure to reset the product key. Probably that product key would have used some other system, so always please make sure to reset the product key and be in a latest version in that particular system where you are going to install the Nessus. That is the secondary thing. And always please make sure to have a latest plugins version. Even for example, today I'm running the scanning. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm not going to do any scanning for next 1 month. If I'm going to get a requirement, next month or after some 50 days, 60 days, instead of directly go and doing the scanning, please make sure when you have updated this one plugins. If you updated latest version, probably then only you can cover up to the vulnerability which has been identified across the globe. That is the best practice, I would say. So I hope you understand what we discussed so far. So if we click this vulnerability, still it is running, but in the meantime we can see what are the vulnerabilities which are identified by Nessus. Here you can see host on host vulnerability 5 and HP fully qualified. These are the kind of information. So you don't you don't need to report this vulnerability in front of customer. So keep it yourself. And I'm going to pause this video. Probably I will come back once it is completed. I will show you like what are the vulnerabilities that Nessus has identified. Okay, I will come back. Thank you. Hello everyone. So I'm back to the system. Here you can see it is completed. So this is how here you can see it is a dashboard where we can see the list of vulnerability. Here you can see all are seems to be informational, so we don't need to worry about that part. As I said, it is not having any software or application which are running in that particular system. So we are good to go. And you can see even it is in this particular system it is giving Ubuntu 18.1. Actually it is not Ubuntu OS, it is a kind of parrot, but even though if it is a parrot, it is kind of Ubuntu flavor only. So I'm going to, what I will do, I'm going to export the report. So basically the export report, you can see here you can click the report option. It will default, it will give two different option, which one you want to select, whether it is HTML or CSV. So better I'm going to select HTML. So in HTML, these are the list of templates which are available. And if you are clicking CSV, this is a column. Basically, as you're aware, the CSV having multiple columns. If you are selecting CSV, it will give the different columns, but I'm going to select HTML format. Which one you want to? I want to have detailed vulnerabilities by plugins with the compliance remedies and everything I want to get. So I'm going to select. Well, it's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to select the generate option. So it will take some times. It is downloaded. I'm going to select. This is how you can see the reporting option, or else you can do one thing, click the report option. It will give a CSV format. If it is CSV, you can select whatever the fields you want to get in the report and generate report. I think it is downloaded. You can open the CSV file. So now we have the reports. Okay, so this is how we can export report from Nessus. So I hope you have understood what is an Nessus and how do we can do the scanning and scan this one plugins update and license activation process. So feel free to share your concern or any question, whatever details you want to get from my side. You can keep those details in the description box in description window. Thank you guys, have a nice day, bye.